Welcome to the course on trade policy in the times of artificial intelligence, sustainable development, global crisis, and Pakistan's trade competitiveness. My name is Syed Shujat Ahmed, and I'll be taking you throughout this course, and we will be discussing the way in which we can improve and innovate the Pakistan trade policy framework. Now, this lecture is the introductory part of this course, and this lecture will, or this discussion will be only through revolving around what this course will be, why there is need for this course, and what the, what will be the outcomes of this course. Moving forward, we have a new era of trade policy in which we say that trade policy has evolved from tariffs, market access into a multi-dimensional agenda reshaped by artificial intelligence, climate change, geopolitics, and supply chain shocks. And in this whole scenario, we have artificial intelligence, we have sustainability, in which we keep on discussing about carbon border adjustment measures, environmental standards, and some other standards which leads to sustainability of the system. We have supply chain resilience and strategic competition, in which we keeps on talking about how we are going to improve our all ecosystem of the trade. Further, when we talk about a world in flux, we we keep on saying that there are number of crises, or in the past, present, there were number of crises in the near future past, and there were crises in even the more past. Starting from the current crisis is the Iran-US war. Those crises have increased the oil prices, the energy prices have gone up. The exogenous shocks do have that impact on trade, and the cost has gone up. Beside that, we have the COVID-19 pandemic that has distorted, or that has disrupted the overall supply chain, which is still in recovery phase. We have the Red Sea shipping crisis. We have Russia-Ukraine war and sanctions that has also spiked the energy prices, and because of that, there were a number of commodities, including the petrol and the gas or the energy-related products, which were out of the reach of a common person, and it has reduced the purchasing power parity. Further, we have climate-induced disasters, like we do have floods, we have torrential rains, we have high monsoon frequency, which is resulting in the disruption of the supply chain, and even the product or the output is too low that we even cannot export that. Further, we have technological decoupling, that still there is no connection with the technology, and we have the rising protectionism, which is hindering the export, or which is hindering the growth in export. Now, what is Pakistan's trade reform agenda? Pakistan's trade reform agenda under the Ministry of Commerce revolves around strategic trade policy framework, which is the baseline for any trade related activity. Then there is national e-commerce policy, there is trade in national agenda. Pakistan single window is playing the role, export and import policy orders are there, national compliance center is there, national tariff policy to determine the import taxes is there, and we have national logistic framework. So further, the institutions which do play a key role in this whole scenario is the Ministry of Commerce, TDAP, PTAD, Pakistan. TDAP is Trade Development Association Pakistan, Pakistan Institute of Trade and Development, Pakistan Customs, State Bank of Pakistan, Board of Investment, Federal Board of Revenue, Pakistan's Standard and Quality Assurance Institute, Commerce and Industry departments at provinces. There is now Strategic Investment Facilitation Council, SIFC, and also these institutes do follow some legal frameworks which are Import and Export Control Act 1950, Custom Act, Custom Rules, Pakistan Single Window Act. There is Anti-Dumping and Countervailing Duties Acts, Competition Act, IP legislation, WTO agreement, GATT, TFA, TRIPS, SPS, and TBT frameworks are being followed to improve the trade ecosystem. Now, what is Pakistan's regional connectivity hub? Pakistan has been through many of the regional forums in which the first one we keep on discussing a number of areas that Pakistan has highest number of bilateral investment treaties, and in 1960s it was the first country to sign an agreement with Germany. So this is one of the key area for regional connectivity. Then there is Afghan-Pakistan Transit Trade Agreement, which is now no more sort of in functional. There is quadrilateral traffic in transit agreement. There is ECO Transit Transport Framework Agreement. There is CAREC, Regional Economic Corridor, CPAC, China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, and International Transit System agreements like TIR, of which Pakistan is a part. Now, what are the structural challenges when we say that Pakistan is part to number of systems, and even Pakistan is trying to grow more in the trade, and Pakistan is trying to bring more of the forex reserves and to improve its whole economic system. We have fragmented governance structure, we have incomplete implementation, we have infrastructure bottlenecks, and we have limited digital integration. Like, we are more into the compliance form. For example, right now we have value asset or the crypto or something related to crypto, and we are of the assumption that it will help in improving the economic system. But on the other hand, we bring in a regulator for that, and that regulator will have check and balances on the system, and this regulator will hinder the overall growth, and this will bring on more compliance cost. So with more compliance, there comes limited growth. So what this program is about, the Pakistan Trade Policy Framework, or the course is about, it is for policymakers, regulators, trade negotiators, custom officials, researchers, and academia, private sector practitioners. This program will discuss trade policy, law, and governance, the current and what should be the new ways, AI and digital transformation, sustainability and environmental sustainable compliance, transit systems and regional connectivity, and geoeconomics and evidence-based policy. So what are the key learning objectives? We will have understanding of Pakistan's trade policy and governance framework. We will navigate WTO rules, regional agreements, and trade facilitation. We will analyze emerging trade risks, AI, climate, geopolitics, apply databases and statistics to evidence-based policy, use AI-enabled tools for trade intelligence and customs analytics, assess transit governance and regional connectivity, design policy responses through simulation and case studies, strengthen cross-agency and inter-institutional collaboration. Now, what will be the outcome of this course, or what will be outcome of 8 modules, or what will be the outcome of discussions which we will be having? We will be assessing the Pakistan's trade performance using national and international databases and value chain analysis, integrate AI and digital technologies into trade policy making, customs and market analysis, evaluate carbon border adjustment measures, environmental sustainability objectives and sustainability requirements, shaping export competitiveness, apply transit and logistic frameworks to strengthen connectivity, contribute to Pakistan's Vision 2040 and the way beyond, and the Sustainable Development Goals through evidence-based policy. Now, these are the modules. Module 1 will cover the global trade architecture, trade governance, and sustainable development. Module 2 will have Pakistan's trade policy, governance, and institutional framework. Module 3 in artificial intelligence, digital transformation, and future trade governance. Module 4, trade facilitation, transit systems, and regional connectivity. Module 5, trade policy in times of global crisis and geoeconomic competition. 6. Sustainable trade, green competitiveness, and international compliance. 7. Digital trade, investment promotion, and export competitiveness. And last, we will be discussing Pakistan's future trade strategy and institutional transformation. In the end, we will start have a discussion on the capstone project in which we will be designing a comprehensive AI-enabled and sustainable trade strategy for Pakistan and incorporating policy reform, institutional strengthening, digital transformation, and regional connectivity. So this is the overall introduction of the course, and this is overall introduction of what we will be discussing, uh, what we will be discussing over the past over the next couple of months. So thanks for listening and stay tuned. We will be having one lecture per week for this whole course, and we're looking forward to your feedback, comments, and suggestion on it. Thank you very much.